tell me who you are. Where are we?
We're in Portales, New Mexico. I'm Tanya Tucker.
I'm Buster Tucker. We're in Portales, New Mexico.
And you're sitting in front of your...
Permaboss Laser.
And this possibly, quite likely, is going to be my retirement interview. In person, my retirement training interview. So, you got the 40 watt. How long did you know us before you did anything?
Probably a good 3 to 4 months, I imagine.
At least, maybe a little more.
And why, with sight unseen, you didn't come to the office, you just watched the videos, why'd you pull the trigger?
Because you're a good salesman.
But give me some other reasons.
We'd done some research and looked at other lasers out on the market, and everything pretty much pointed to this.
Okay. And we talked and we did the training, right? But what was different? What happened here today?
It's more than just training. It's like a recipe for success because you got to know more than just how to run the laser. You got to know how to make money with it.
And it worked well because you guys were open, and because you were able to get me information where we could analyze stuff, and we could look at what was going on in the business, right? So what did you learn about your business? Not I want numbers, I want just like generalities or percentages. Or what did you learn about your business today?
That I need to make a lot of changes.
But what are some of the key things that I'm always preaching on the videos that you discovered in person when I made it in red and yellow and blue and green today on the spreadsheet? How much of your work is dealing with what?
People that steal our time and steal our money.
And a huge percentage, in our case, in the 70% of our time, your time, was
Right.
dealing with tiny orders, right?
Right.
And the big guys, the better orders, how much trouble are they compared to the small ones?
They're almost no trouble.
And what's our focus moving forward, right? 'Cause that's
Bigger
what we have to do.
orders.
So you have, what, a whole laundry list of stuff I need by noon, of things you have to put in order,
Mhm.
and a checklist,
Mhm.
and a revamping and a remarketing. And
Right.
a tiny bit of redecorating, just using the space a bit different, right?
Right.
You excited about that?
No, not really. She may be, but I'm not.
Because why, you gotta do the work?
Yeah.
What did we do within minutes of when we got here today? How long, thank you for having the laser set up.
You're
I
welcome.
love that. That was beautiful. Everything was perfect. When I walked in last night, how long before we did reverse applique?
I don't know.
I'd say about 10 minutes.
Okay. And then etching stuff? I don't know if you can see this, right? That's
Shortly
the
thereafter.
Cement with Rods logo,
Mhm.
right? It's in black, but we do other stuff. What's your comfort level in terms of experimenting moving forward?
On the scale of what?
1 to 1 million. No, but like, are you afraid to try stuff?
No.
Can you make a major mistake?
Well, yeah, but
What's the worst you can do?
Ruin a garment.
probably set something on fire.
Yeah, but you know
So-
how to deal with that also, right?
Yeah.
It's not a big
yeah,
deal.
It's not as scary as I thought it would be.
Show me, yeah, you did that, Tanya. I want you to tell me about that hat.
It's synthetic leather patch, and it's just etched, and then we cut the patch out and sewed it on with a satin stitch to the camouflage hat.
Because,
Camouflage is challenging. You can't always find a color that's going to blend and stand out with your logo, so this is a good solution.
and you did that in 2 tries, you got it perfect, right? First one, we did some adjustments, because
Right.
I kind of always leave you alone, right?
Right.
And by the way, you did a great job on the software,
Thank you.
okay? So does Alex get any credit for that?
All of it, actually. He's a good teacher.
Okay, good. So people get access to that too, right?
Yeah.
How big's Portales? 17 million people, right?
About 17,000.
and when I go tonight, it's going to be like, what, 16,999?
Yeah.
Okay. Just for fun, what's this?
Checklist.
Did I cover everything?
I think so.
Have you ever got a machine where somebody gave you a 3-page checklist and went over everything?
I don't think so.
Okay, on any equipment you bought here?
No,
Okay, how many houses of embroidery do you have?
2,
Okay, and you got the Amaya there and the Happy there.
right.
So that's one more than Julie in Hawaii, where I just came from, right? What's this?
That is our storefront.
What's happening?
We are going to redecorate our storefront, and we're going to make it to where it's an appointment only.
Now, do people have to be afraid of me coming in and making all these changes to their business? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are you afraid of it? Why are we doing it? Or why are you doing it?
I'm doing it because I think it's a proven plan that you have in place, and it's kind of like McDonald's. If you look at their franchise business, they're successful. So what they do is they start out with somebody and they teach them how to fill a cup with ice up to a certain point. And then once they get to that, then they can move on to filling the drink up to another mark. And once they get that, they can put the lid on, serve it to the person. I think you've taken that with the embroidery business, and you have created something like McDonald's chain has, and it's something that we need to follow.
That was so nicely said. I appreciate that. Because even I understood it.
Good.
I just hope I wasn't Niagara Falls with the filling of the cup.
No.
That's all. What's this here?
To-do list, basically,
Stuff that you're afraid of?
most of it.
Why?
Because we're always afraid of change.
And I gotta get you to step outside the box a bit, right?
Right.
But is it stuff that's impossible?
No, none of it's impossible.
In your heart of hearts, do you know you have to do it?
Yeah. Doesn't mean I really want to do it all, but I know I need to.
But is it more fun to have an easier time and less headache and less? Because remember, we looked at the bin, you got a whole bunch of jobs there, but then we looked at what the value is, and then we understand that, listen, if you get 3 or 4 different whale accounts, like I don't want to mention the names, but you've got some school districts, you've got some bigger companies in the area that you cater to. We need to find and duplicate those, because that effort is going to give you the results that they have. Taking care of every small order and doing stuff under $150 is going to keep you extremely busy, and the checklist at the end of the day is never going to get done, right? What's this?
That is a map of New Mexico.
And what am I doing with this map? Why do you give me this map?
So you get to where your destination is a little bit quicker.
So,
Because Robert got stopped by a policeman on his way down.
yeah, very nice gentleman, right?
Yeah.
So, and I, in case he's watching the video, I will not speed on your highway on the way home. No, so it was so cool to meet you guys. It's even nicer to meet you in person, and we had fun on the phone. One question you had, do you have access to me after the sale?
Mhm.
You need to understand that I'm traveling a hell of a lot all over the place. So email is always the best way. You can call the office, get a hold of Michelle. She's my
Mhm.
assistant. She can book a time on these marketing things to continue the conversation when I'm back. You just gotta plan it with her, because they run my schedule and
Okay.
they coach me on that. Anything else support, there's 3, 4 people you can always get help from. Okay, I don't have 10, 15 service people, because you're just not gonna have major problems or breakdown or issues. The stuff you're gonna have is gonna come from a small thing you didn't do. But today I noticed when you did the cap, you immediately knew how to correct what you're gonna do, but I have to let you do it. I have to let Bailey
Right.
burn something. I have to let her see what it is like to panic. So that way she can deal with it, right? And are you gonna let go of some of your control?
Sure.
Perfect. Sure, that wasn't really convincing.
Yes, I have to.
So again, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Can I use the video?
Absolutely.
I'm waiting for one more answer.
Sure.
Okay, thanks a lot.